老师集体考薪。
增加校长的总额。
The Chinese economy continues to decline, and almost all industries face difficulties. For many Chinese people, not being paid wages owed or even being unemployed has become the norm. Today we'll talk about wage arrears in many industries in China. This video talks about Chinese teachers holding banners to demand wages. On June 25, 2024, the Beijing Normal University Hanzhong Experimental School could not pay wages for several consecutive months and owed teachers pension insurance and housing provident funds, so the teachers went on strike collectively. The video shows that many teachers gathered into three groups, holding three banners to demand the wages, social security, and housing provident funds owed. The teachers shouted in unison, "Pay wages." Some people who looked like leaders came to the scene accompanied by the police. One of the leaders looked unhappy and asked the teachers to go to the hall to talk, but the teachers disagreed. In China, teachers usually have better wages and benefits, but now even teachers who teach and educate people have to put aside their dignity and status to ask for wages. And this is not an isolated phenomenon. On June 13th, teachers from the affiliated middle school of Nanchang Normal University in Jiangxi also held banners in the school to ask for wages. From the video, we can see that the banners held by the teachers read, "Seek openness, seek fairness, seek legality and compliance. We want social security, wages, and year-end bonuses. And we want openness, fairness, and legality and compliance." Many teachers also held A4 papers with the words "Seek wages" printed on them. A woman's voice was heard in the video. Nanchang Normal College affiliated middle school teachers are collectively asking for wages. Now the principal is at a loss and doesn't know how to explain it to everyone. Now, not only are teachers in public institutions defending their rights and asking for wages, but even employees of official media have lowered their status and openly asked for wages. On December 13th, 2023, a photo posted on the internet in mainland China showed that employees of the Pingyang County Media Integration Center in Wenzhou City, Zhejiang Province, hung banners at the center's gate that read, "Return my salary" and "Return my job due to labor disputes." On December 14th, mainland China reported verifying the incident with the Pingyang County Media Integration Center. The staff said it did happen, but the matter was complicated and the specific situation was still under investigation. On December 31st, 2022, Wenzhou Business Daily, sponsored by the Wenzhou Municipal Party Committee, issued a suspension announcement. Shortly thereafter, a joint petition entitled "Wenzhou Business Daily Employees' Complaints" was circulated online. The petition said that although Wenzhou Business Daily was suspended and employees were on standby, the group leaders had not come forward to negotiate and resolve any related issues, nor had they seen any personnel placement plan. The mood of more than 100 employees of Wenzhou Business Daily was extremely unstable. They made 4 demands in the letter, including the payment of employees' wages. Wages are an important source of income for maintaining a family. If wages cannot be paid for a long time, it will be catastrophic for a family. Many Chinese people have mortgages, support the elderly, and send their children to school. If there is an emergency such as a severe illness, it will cost the family a lot of money. Unexpectedly, the coach of the Olympic champion also exposed his unfair experience online. On February 1st, 2024, Yu Lihua, the coach of Tokyo Olympic shooting champion Yang Chen, posted on Weibo that the Paris Olympics is about to open. Still, after Yang Chen won the Olympic championship, the bonus that the municipal government should have issued after the Tokyo Olympics is still withheld by the Ningbo Sports Bureau and the relevant leaders of Ningbo Sports School. He has not received a penny and has become the only coach who did not receive the Olympic bonus among the winning coaches of the Tokyo Olympics. Yu Lihua asked, "Return my hard-earned money." He also said, Ningbo Sports School Secretary Gu Feizhou said that the credit is not up to me. meaning that it has to be up to them to say it. He said that in fact Yang Qian was selected by him and cultivated with many years of hard work. Doesn't this count as a credit? Could you people cultivate it by sitting idle in the office? He also attached a photo of him and Yang Qian when she won the award at the Olympics. Yu Lihua's revelation really shocked everyone. Some netizens said, "Is the sports world so dark?" On January 31st, 2024, the Southwest Shandong Hospital in Yanggu County, Liaocheng City, Shandong Province had been in arrears of wages for employees for 8 months. The hospital's director, Zhou Hongsheng, convened a meeting of more than 400 employees to introduce the hospital's debt situation. He announced that he would go on a hunger strike for 10 days to reduce his guilt towards employees. I am Zhou Hongsheng, the president of Luxinan Hospital. Let me start with the unpaid wages. Everyone here is owed wages, including those who have already left. When our hospital defaulted on its debts, we had more than 700 people. Now, we owe a total of 600 people wages, and the total amount of wages and Social Security exceeds $6.19 million. We are now facing the situation of being unable to continue operating in the hospital because our medicines and medicinal materials have been exhausted. It's not that we don't want to admit patients, but because we don't have medicines and drugs, we can't treat patients even if we accept them. This key creditor owns all the medical equipment in our hospital. All employees have not been paid for 8 months. I can only start a hunger strike today to reduce my guilt towards the employees who owe wages. The video shows that the slogans held by the hospital employees read, "Please give Luxinan Hospital a chance to reorganize," and "Please give 400 employees a chance." What does this mean? Ms. Liu from the Human Resources Department of the hospital told Top News that the director Zhou Hongsheng called out to the hospital's creditors in the video, saying that there are investors who are interested in making strategic investments in the hospital and hope to give the hospital a chance to reorganize. Some staff members also said that in addition to the unpaid wages, the hospital's pharmacy also has an incomplete range of medicines, not to mention the consumables for surgery, which are completely unavailable. So, although the hospital is open now, it cannot provide medical services or admit patients. The unpaid wages issue has been ongoing for a long time, and the hospital has not admitted any patients since then. Some overseas media pointed out that the Southwest Shandong Hospital is a second-level hospital, and the loss situation has significantly worsened in the 2 years since the outbreak of the epidemic. There are 2 reasons for this. One is that the number of hospitalized patients has dropped sharply. The other is that the Beijing authorities have tightened their financial allocations. Both of these points are directly related to Beijing's anti-epidemic policy. In 2022, fiscal revenues across China plummeted. In addition to paying a large amount of maintenance fees for Dabai volunteers and other epidemic-related personnel, local governments also spent a lot of money on epidemic prevention measures, such as nucleic acid and square cabins throughout China. A study pointed out that China's 2-day nucleic acid test for everyone would consume $495.2 billion in medical insurance in 3.5 years. In September 2023, Southwest Shandong Hospital was fined nearly $50,000 for illegal use of medical insurance funds. According to the annual budget report of local governments, in 2022, Chinese provinces spent at least more than $48.4 billion on epidemic prevention and control alone, and the real estate crisis has also caused a sharp drop in local government fiscal revenue. The Beijing authorities have also issued documents many times requiring governments at all levels to tighten their belts and prepare for hard times. Some hospitals in China can also not operate, owe wages, and dismiss employees. For example, in November 2023, Hunan Yiyang Kangya Hospital, a third-level comprehensive hospital in China, was exposed to owing wages and dismissing more than 700 employees. In December 2023, a public hospital in Gansu was complained by employees for 15 months of performance wages. On the other hand, the employees of these hospitals were owed salaries and had to ask for wages, while the hospital directors were filthy rich. As of August 17, 2023, at least 184 hospital directors and secretaries have been investigated. There are posts online saying that Dr. Zhu Yulan, a breast surgeon in Changzhou, Jiangsu, was raided involving a total of US $20.63 million, 20 houses, and more than US $5.5 million in cash. 30 kilograms of gold were also found in her home. There are also reports that Xu Bo, director of the interventional catheter room of Beijing Fuhua Hospital, took advantage of the opportunity to perform surgeries and purchase consumables, as well as participate in the procurement and bidding of medical equipment, and actually accepted bribes of US $165 million, shocking the entire network. Some netizens also disclosed the corruption of the hospital director in Beijing. A hospital director was found to have 600 to 700 million RMB in his home. I heard that a hospital director in Beijing was arrested recently. The staff searched his home for a whole day and found 600 to 700 million RMB. There were 200 to 300 million RMB in cash alone, and even more than 20 million USD, and a large amount of Japanese yen. You said that everyone can understand that RMB was found, but how can a hospital director have foreigners seeking medical treatment through the back door? In addition to paper money, many gold bars were found in the safe, and there were countless famous paintings, famous wines, and valuable items in the house, totaling 67 million RMB. 100 million. Do you think that's the end? This is just the tip of the iceberg. I heard that the president had several courtyard houses in Beijing. He can receive money in US dollars, and real estate is, of course, no exception. There are also several luxury villas in Manhattan, USA, and several luxury villas in Switzerland. These are only the ones that have been exposed so far. There are still some that have not been discovered or have been transferred. It is unknown how many more there are. It really is unimaginable that the dean has such money power. In the 3 years of the epidemic, the Beijing authorities implemented a zero-COVID policy and carried out a city lockdown, which not only created many human tragedies, but also ruined China's economy, causing foreign investors who brought a lot of wealth to China to withdraw. The unemployment rate of Chinese people continued to rise, and the industrial chain shifted, resulting in economic difficulties in almost all walks of life. So, we see that school teachers, media workers, and hospital workers are forced to engage in various salary-seeking behaviors. There are also constant reports on the internet that civil servants with stable jobs are also owed wages, and laid off in large numbers. If the middle-income people in the country are facing a difficult life, can the regime of the country last? That's all for today. If you like our show, please remember to subscribe, leave a comment, and share with your friends. Thank you for your support, and we'll see you next time.